Hi, and we're back with Steve Lakowski from Body Align. I'm so excited again. We're getting another opportunity to speak with you. You know what, Steve? I don't know how you handle this. I don't know how you emotionally handle this. I know how professionally you handle this by providing amazing products for people to enhance their lives. But I don't know how you emotionally handle this, meaning that we get testimonials from people around the world. You know, predominantly we sell in the United States, but we do have customers around the world coming in with brilliant testimonials about how this has changed their life or removed them from pain and everything else. And we recently just interviewed a clinical physician. I believe she has a double master's, and she runs a wellness clinic in Minnesota. Dr. Christine was a great guest. And she was saying that in her practice, she is now instituting some of these products in her practice because she's literally seen some of the results through her own testing of the products, as well as what it's doing and how it's benefiting the clients. You know, and really, she treats clients like family. She's an amazing person. But how do you emotionally handle that? I mean, what does that mean to you about your product line, and how is it affecting people when they go on this journey with Body Align?
Rob, it was so exciting to talk to her. You know, doctor, 2 double PhDs, and she knows what's going on in this world. And she's clinically looking at patients, trying to find a way to get them past whatever they're going through, using not just pharmaceuticals, using alternatives that might be out there. So she's been evaluating our product, and the fact that we're partners in exposing her customers and her patients to these kind of products, it's really exciting for me. And we'll see videos from her and myself as we move on over the year. But let me give you some insight. Imagine that you got feedback from someone that says, first time I've walked without pain in 3 years. I could have had surgery and had the problem solved, but I couldn't. I don't want to be under a knife. Or COVID prevented me from being able to get to the hospital to get it done. And your patches, Steve, provided the gap that I needed between maybe a medical treatment that could take care of it or enough healing that went by. I get those all the time where someone was able to put the patch on and the pain from endometriosis is gone or is taken from a 9 to a 2 where they can get by with their life. Rob, I've had folks that have 1-2 hours of sleep that once they tried the sleep patch, I got feedback yesterday from one of the folks that says, I wore your sleep patch, but I have to stop. And I said, why? That would bother me, right? He goes, because I wet the bed. You put me in such deep sleep that my body didn't wake up. And I'm going, well, that's a good problem and a bad problem. But, you know, we can communicate about that. And the fact that we can cut the patch in half and maybe not give them the full dose, I said, I want to learn from you. I have 39 journals now that keep track of all this feedback so my products can get better and better. So now he's experimenting with wearing rubber pants, I guess, but experimenting with using a half a patch to see if he can't get himself to great sleep without running the risk. And I think that once his body learns, then the nerve that attaches the brain and the spine that shuts down the kidneys from making urine at night, once that gets reestablished and the body's back in rhythm, back in this balance that I talk about, I don't think he's going to have the problem. In fact, he's going to sleep well, wake up, will likely have to go to the bathroom when he wakes up, but ultimately the body's going to shut itself down so we can focus on sleeping. It is exciting. It's changed people's lives. It's changed my life. I'm ultimately the happiest man alive. I speak to about 80 customers. It used to be a day. Now it's down to about 30 a day, probably 150 a week, where I actually get feedback and listen to them on what's working and what's not working. I want to learn. I want to ultimately learn about what the differences are in the biology that I see out there and how my products can act a little different. Maybe we can put it on a different meridian and get a different result. So I'm excited that now I have a much bigger sample size on how my products work than the first COVID vaccine folks did. We have well over 4 million of our products out in the marketplace today. Less than 1% have had issues where the customer didn't want to do them, didn't want to use them, or it didn't work for them. I'm proud of that number. It's going to happen. You're going to have people that it's just not going to be effective for, okay? And they pass them on to people they love. We usually don't take them back. We'd rather have them say, well, if you know somebody else in pain, get them to try it. Give them a couple of the patches before you send the remaining back so we can get other folks to try it. And they'll feel that same rush when that person's going, oh my gosh, my pain is gone, or I'm sleeping better, or feel my body detoxing. It's amazing. It is no better high than you can have when you've helped someone manage whatever the stresses of their body is, sleep and pain and toxicity, when you've helped them manage that without asking them to put anything in their body. It is so cool. It's so amazing. They turn and look at you. What did you do to me? What did you do such that my pain is decreased or my sleep is better? And it all comes from the fundamental frequencies and energies that nature has that we use to signal to the body.
Amazing.
Rob, it is an exciting time. I invite folks to our website at bodyalign.com. You can go in there and just click on any of the products and you can go see the feedback that we get. We pass all the feedback on to you so you can see how people have had exciting times with it, what the testimonial is on the product, issues that they may have had and how we've resolved those. It'll be exciting for you to see that as a stand up to the proof of what the product can do. You know, as always, a company like Body Align, because we're a learning company, we're in the forefront of technology, we simply offer a 30-day refund. If it doesn't work, ship it back. You get your money back. I'm not trying to take your money. I'm trying to help you solve your wellness issues. Rob, at bodyalign.com, you'll see how we can make a difference in your life.
It's super. And you really are a hands-on CEO. I know that you like getting on the calls with people and listening to their testimonials. Thank you very much for joining us today. I'm looking forward to our next video, Steve.